It's your boy Taxon and welcome back to Yuhp TCG Things, and today we are bringing you yet another battle, guys. This is going to be round 2 of our locals this week. This is going to be Green Mai versus Invoker. But before we dive in, guys, I do want to say that we are still on our way to 2,000 subscribers, and every single subscriber helps. So if you guys do not mind and you guys are enjoying this video, definitely hit those buttons down there for us. We are still trying to grind to get there. With that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and turn this around and dive in. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with the battle. We have Invoker on the left side and Mai on the right. Invoker starting it off for us by charging himself a red-blue extra card in rest mode. Passing over to Mai. Mai starting off by charging and using his leader effect there to take a life in top 5 search for a green Saiyan here. Grabbing himself a Faded Rival Son Goku with that beautiful alternate art there. More than likely going to use the rest of his turn here to play a cantrip. We'll see exactly what he decides to do. Yep, so out comes a cantrip. This is an old SR Gohan from back in Clash of Fates, I believe. And from here, we get the swing, the combo. That's a 15k or 10k attack there. We're going to see the activation of Invoker's effect. That brings him to 15, but he's going to use the effect to take a life as well. Going down, we're going to see turn 2 here. Charging the second energy, out comes the Unison. Unison's going to go through the deck and play a TOP Arena. So out comes TOP. So now we are officially on the Invoker Rollin' Train. More than likely here going to tap that thing directly after the shuffle. Yep, so we do see the top. We're more than likely going to put those in the back on the top. It did look like we had a couple red-blue extra cards there. So we're going to swing with the leader here. We're going to use the activation to pitch a card, draw a card. And then afterwards, I do believe we're going to use the activation of Royal Condemnation. Yep, so that gets moved. Seeing the extra in the hand there. Swinging in 15k with the Unison. That Unison does its damage as well, putting Mai at 5 life. Of course, this deck can awaken quite easy. It is a 4 or less awakener, but most of the cards in the deck that are early game turns take a life. So like the leader effect takes a life, and then also the Unison takes a life when he uses the effect as well, therefore making it so that you can deal 2 damage to yourself with Mai on your given turns. And that's just like by doing her generic game plan. That's not with like with going out of your way of playing like Sir Mountain or something. So anyways, we did see the auto uptick after the charge entering the main phase. For Mai, we see the pitch of a card in order to untap one and gain blocker on the leader, untapping him as well. So the leader effect for Mai takes a life, top 5 search. He's going to find the winner stamped Trunks there. This is essentially just a barrier double striker. Very good card. Just taking a second to read the Unison. Invoker, a deck that did get some port, but still not very great, so not something that's going to be seen or is seen very often. So Unison comes out for 1 marker there. We're going to see the Awaken, untap 1, draw 1 since we are at 4 or less life. If we do have the correct stuff in hand, we can rejuvenate back up to 5 during this turn. We'll see what we got going. So we see the swing into the Unison. That does get the block from the leader. We're going to see the auto from Mai. Let's draw a card, rest the Unison, and play a 1 cost. The auto on the Unison is going to go off in order to draw a card, and untap, and I believe play another. Or no, is it? I think the uptick plays a 1-drop, but its auto is to plays a card from your battle area underneath your leader, which is pretty nice because of course you need those cards underneath your leader in order to do your rejuvenation effects. So we see the uptick on the Unison. This is going to play out a 1-drop, more than likely going to be a Vegeta to draw a card. So he does his thing. And we'll see if he goes ahead and taps his last active energy in order to rejuvenate some life here. Yep, so here comes a 1 and the card out from underneath the leader to go back up to 5 life. I do like that play a lot because it just kind of makes homicidal clones feel extremely free in this deck. So we see the turn 3 charge here for Invoker. We're going to see the TOP, rest. Look at the top 3. Those are going back on the top there. Looks like we must have hit a couple extra cards that allow us to draw cards. So we used Catastrophic Blows effect to reveal the top. That is an Emperor's Death being going to the hand there, which will also help us get more of those reveal effects. Swinging in with the leader here. I'm going to use the Activate Battle. Doesn't look like we are negated, so we're going to get the Activate Battle here. Pitching a Death Beam to draw a card. Not too shabby for Invoker. Definitely what he wants to do is get those extra cycling and try to get that hand power up and survive as long as possible. So Mai did go ahead and take that damage. We swing in with the Unison as well, but Mai's Mai's Unison is also a blocker as well. Mai was just chilling on like 15 cards in hand, so we see Invoker go ahead and hit the Tyranny's cost, making him go down to 10 cards in his hand here. So it looks like a total of 6 cards from his hand there go to the bottom of the deck, while Invoker gets to draw 2. Shuffling up his deck here, and then I believe we'll see a pass turn from Invoker. Yep, so we see the draw from Mai. She's going to get her charge and then untap everything. That will also trigger the main phase effect for the Unison that ticks there. Pitching a TOP Arena to untap one and give the leader blocker, untap him as well. Upticking on the Unison in order to play out the Trunks. The Trunks is going to go ahead and top 5 search, finding himself his Paragus super combo. Very, very proficient in this deck because, of course, you are constantly searching for green Saiyans, as well as you go down to 4 life extremely fast, which just makes that super combo very, very strong in the deck. So we see the swing of the leader. That doesn't get negated, but we do see a bunch of the autos. It's draw a card, rest the Unison, draw a card, play one drop, yada yada, untap. All the cool Mai stuff. The combination of skills that make her deck do what it does is actually a really cool concept. Looks like we're going 1 energy here for the good green stuff. So it looks like we're going to go into the hand destruction line of play, which is actually fairly good into Invoker because Invoker's hand naturally just is not that big. Looks like we got Kaioken Goku coming out. This is a big critter. We'll see if he swings with the crit to get rid of some cards in hand. So it looks like he chooses not to do so. He does have a heroic prospect to deal with in terms of floodgate cost. So he does have 2 battle cards here. If he wants to attack with either one of these cards, he does have to bottom deck 2 cards from his hand. We'll see what he decides to do here. So it looks like he does want to add some pressure, getting rid of some cards from hand there. Swinging in, that does get Dimension Magicked, and the auto will go off to get rid of the Trunks, which is actually very good for him, of course, because you don't want to have to deal with that extra attacker every single turn. So going into turn 4 for Invoker. Invoker not doing too shabby. All he really needs to do is survive another turn cycle, and then more than likely he can get to his win con if he has what he needs. Of course, that is if he's playing Victory Strike, because Victory Strike could go for game on turn 5, or if you decide to do any of the other burn route stuff with cap blow and whatnot. Even though that is only 2 damage, but of course putting someone down from 4 down to 2 and then threatening any double strike attack after that is pretty lethal. So we'll see exactly what Invoker decides to do here. Looks like we're swinging 15. It looks like that was at the Unison, and we do see a Hami clone, which is not too shabby because that just means that we are 1 life away. 1 life away from being able to win off rip, because we could, of course, if Invoker went into turn 5, could, of course, drop into the 6-drop, go into a cap blow, put them down to 1 life, and then every attack from there is lethal. So we see the swing that does get blocked. We see the activate battle from Invoker. Chillin' doing his thing. He's still on 5 life, so relatively safe, but of course we are versing big body green stuff, so things can change fairly quickly. We could of course see something like Solidarity, Gohan and Goku into the Gogeta package next turn, all dependent. Looks like we're going to see the 3 energy invested for the 17. That's going to give the leader Invoker, and then as well as once we charge we can see the so it did look like we missed the charge there. So missed the trigger technically, but well, it is auto, so we're just gonna go into it real quick. Get our energy untapped, get our leader untapped, pitch card from hand, draw card. Pretty nice here. We do have Invoker live, so that does mean we have a bit of defense here. Looks like Mai is checking out the drop of Invoker to see if it's something that he should worry about. Looks like we are going to see some of the Solidarity action here, playing his $100 Solidarity down onto the board. This does get negated with Sleepy Boy technique. Of course, he does anything without barrier can get bounced back to the hand. Looks like we're choosing the trunks there, and then of course we have to pay for the cost of solidarity by pitching a card from our hand. It looks like we get rid of one of the 3-cost Gokus. Swinging in, looks like this is going to be a big boy double strike crit attack. We'll see if this gets a negate or not. So it looks like we're not going to negate. Looks like we're going into the battle step here. We're going to see the effect to take a life and untap, which is very, very powerful. We're going to see Earth Destroying Kamehameha. This could be very, very bad for Invoker here. We'll see what happens. He is already at 25, I believe, plus the 50. Oh my gosh, this attack's going through. There's no way. I'm sorry to say this. I was about to say there's absolutely no way that Invoker's going through any amount of effort in order to try to either kill that card or survive, because that card was plus 30 on top of 25. That was a 55 double strike crit. Very, very powerful play there. So swinging again, we're going to see the super combo. Double super combo. So Mai definitely seeing her chance and going for what can be the win. We'll see if he can get it here. This is a 45 double strike crit. We'll see if this is enough to go through. Basically just up to the fact if Invoker has Emperor's Death Beam or not, but it looks like we're pitching a Royal Condemnation in order to draw a card. We're going to super combo, pick up a card in our hand, or pick up a card in an energy and then Z-charge one. And then it looks like we let that attack go through. Very unfortunate for Invoker here, because that life that we just got critted was indeed it was indeed a Emperor's Death Beam, and we needed that for that attack there. So that is unfortunate here. So it looks like we get swang at again. We do see the Sleepy Boy technique. Of course, this does negate the attack and draw 2 cards. Bounce up to 1 card from your opponent's board back to their hand. Unison's autos are going off after this. So a bunch of autos happen every single time we see my leader swing here. So it looks like we do see the Overwhelm 6 swinging in. I do believe this is a 25. So that does get negated. With the Deem Magic, we were chilling on 1 single life. Is Invoker going to have what it takes to survive this attack? We shall see. This is becoming very close. Looks like we're paying 1 energy, the energy marker, in fact, in order to play a 19k, I believe, dual attack, as long as there is a blocker in play, which the Unison, I believe, counts. So swinging in, this is he got his effect off, so I believe it's 24, and then his next attack will be a 19. So we'll see what he decides to do here. So it looks like we're going to see Invoker Awaken, untap 1, draw 3 by stuffing a red and blue card underneath the leader here. We do, of course, still have, we don't have any of the effects, because now that we are awoken, we do lose Invoker and the blocker effect that the Unison gave us as well. Looks like we're going to see a Sensu Bean going up to 20k here. And looks like we're going to pay 3 for our Emperor's Death Beam. Very unfortunate losing Invoker during that play there, but it is what it is, of course. Managing to keep the pressure down. Looks like we're swinging in with the Unison. We're going to see a super combo. And then it looks like this is the push attack here. We're going to see super, I believe there's a 10k Unison, so it's 20, 30, 40, 50, I think it's 50 even. Because either 10k Unison, 20 with the super combo, 30, 40, yep, it looks like 50 even on the table here. So Invoker just has to get there. We're going to see his effect in order to remove a card from underneath, add 3 cards back. You can't add the same name, so getting rid of those there. We're going to see the super combo, pick up a card from the energy, place 1 back down. We are officially at 30,000. We're going to see a Sensu Bean. This is 35. Very, very close match. It looks like it's coming down to the line here. So that's 35, 45. We just need 10 1,000 more power. And we combo another 1 plus 10k. Oh, so more than that. So I think we got to 65. We got there. Those are all, every single one of those combos that were just in the combo area were 10k combo power. So we did managefully get to where we needed to be. Mai, unfortunately, was unable to get the kill there. So as long as we can deal 1 damage, we can pick up cat below with the leader and then go for the game there. Yuhp putting all those at the bottom. Activating a card from the drop to see what the top card of the deck is. It wasn't a extra card, so it looks like that's going back to the hand. So Invoker just checking out the board state, trying to just debate on what the best line of play here it is. It looks like we're going to swing 15k in with the leader here. Or not the leader, I apologize, the unison at the leader. This does get negated with Homiclone, and with that being said, cat below can get slammed. With that being said, guys, Invoker did get this by the hair on his chinny chin chin. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, of course, smash all those buttons for us. Every single like and subscribe helps us push to our next goal, which is 2,000 subscribers. And when we get there, we'll be doing a big giveaway. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.